So let's find out the recipe. Good evening, everyone. I trust you are in for a treat this evening, and I trust you are ready. This evening, we're going to be spending the whole time talking about juicing and demonstrate some juice. So I am hoping that you are ready for the treat. Juicing is something that is so important for our bodies. We're talking about just doing juicing for about a 5-day plan. I don't know if you're ready for that trip, but if you are, let me know. So before we get started, we're going to have a word of prayer, and we're gonna get into the world of juicing, as Miss Corinda said. So, Father God, we're so grateful for your love and your mercies. We ask you that you bless us in a very special way. Give us that peace that passes all understanding. And Father God, we know that the world is in such an uproar now with COVID and all the things that is happening around us, and people's hearts are afraid. But we're asking you to come into our midst and calm us down and help us to look beyond today, because that's all we can see. So Father God, we praise your name, we glorify your name, and when you shall come, we ask you to save us in your kingdom. These and other mercies we truly ask in your holy precious name. Amen. So this evening, some of the things that we'll need for juicing, as I mentioned it the other day, we need a very good juicer. This one is an Omega, and it's a slow juicer. Slow juicer because you really want to, when you do your juicing, you want the juice, the cells is not ripped apart and in disarray. It comes out nicely as it goes in. And we're asking you now, if you do your juicing with a slow juicer, you do not have to juice as often, because the juice does not oxidize easily. You can spend up to 3 days in the refrigerator, so long as you put it in a jar that has a good cover and you fill it up to the top. So we're going to do some of that this evening. This evening, we're also going to do mixed juicing, because most juices, people think you have to do just green juices or just fruit juices. No, but we're going to mix it, and hopefully it will taste delicious. I have the whole fruits here because it's a lot of work, and you want to know that you're getting good fruits. They're nice and firm, and you want to get them organic. It's best when you're eating things like apple to get it organic, because in order to get a nice, beautiful apple, they do a lot of spraying and they do a lot of pesticides. So you really want to get good fruits. All of these that I have here, either it's grown in my garden or it's organic. And I must give you a little joke. The celery, we grow our own celery, but that thing is potent. If you ever put it in your juice, I remember once I put some in my juice, and I tell you, it's only with a great heart I was able to drink it. It is strong. Nothing like this weekly. But we're going to go with this one this evening because I actually want to drink it. These are cucumber, of course, and they're growing in my garden. Carrots, my carrots are not ready yet, so I bought these carrots. They're organic. We're going to need a zucchini, and the zucchini is from my garden, so I don't have to worry too much about it. The other recipe, some of the recipe called for beets with a top, and that's from my garden. But if you do buy beets to put in your juice, buy organic. This is Swiss chard, and I'm using it because I'm not using the lettuce. It lasts about maybe 2 weeks ago, I saw where they had another recall and romaine lettuce. So we have to be so careful what we buy. We're also going to use some pineapple. I did peel that ahead. pineapple, you don't really have to peel it when you're juicing it. You can wash it real good with a brush, and you can actually juice it without peeling it. And we're going to use some ginger and some turmeric, little turmeric. Oh, it's have a little sprout. I'm gonna try and grow that. And I think that is it. We'll have some mint over there. We're going to put some mint in one of our juice. So let's get cutting. The thing is, when you're doing your juicing, you do have to cut it up, and you do alternate hard and soft. The pineapple you want to do the pineapple, then you do something like the apple, so or the carrots if you have that in your recipe, and it will push that pineapple through your juicer. Okay, so let's get started. Let me see which one I want to do first. We're going to do, okay, we're doing this. We're going to do apples, orange, and some oranges. And the oranges, we have to peel our oranges. You cannot put it through the juicer with a rind on. I don't think you can tolerate that. I don't like it either. So we're going to do some oranges, and I'm going to do a rough peel so we could go. Let's get started because we do have a lot of work to do. I don't know if I'll finish all of these juices, but at least we'll get started. So and I'll put this over here because we're going to do the orange one first. We're doing apples, oranges, beetroot, some celery, lemon, and a piece of ginger. And we're going to do such rough peel. It don't have to be good, big time peel. Just get off the rind. Normally I would use the bigger oranges, but normally I like to use the fruits that are in season, but this recipe is kind of a little special and it want oranges, so I took the chance because you don't really get good, nice oranges at this time. So when you're doing your juicing, remember to do the fruits that are in season. I'm going to just add it here. I'm not turning it on just yet because it's a little noisy, not too noisy. So it's called for 2 oranges, thank heaven, so we don't have to peel all of them one time. And then, you know, people see the juice, the finished product, but you do have to do some work. That's why I recommend that we do juicing only twice a week. If you're going to juice on a regular basis, remember that it's a lot of work. So I would recommend that you take a Sunday preparation day and take maybe a Wednesday to do your other juices. And then you won't be so overwhelmed. Okay, the next thing we're going to do apples. All I need to do is really take out the stem and take out the seed. You know, some dye arts doesn't take out the seeds. They say it's only a few seeds. Little arsenic won't hurt you. So, but I take out the seeds. And I need 4 apples. So I'll just take out the seeds. And I will give you some ideas about juicing. Juicing is very beneficial for you, and it's something that it will reset your whole system. And so you really need to juice on a regular basis. So this one calls for 4 apples, red apples. These are Fuji apples. And same with some of your fruits, it froths a lot. So if you're going to enjoy juice, you need to do 2 things. You have to strain it and you have to take off the froth. Just not nice with all of that froth in there. And the next thing we need 2 stalks of celery. Did I wash myself? I need 2 stalks of it. And now we just take off the little, and you chop that up. And after the celery, we're going to use a lemon. This is an alkaline juice that I'm doing, and people don't realize that lemon is very good when it comes to, I just need 1/4 of it. And I'm going to just peel that because you cannot tolerate the rind. That oil will not, it doesn't give you a good taste. I'm going to get rid of all of these seeds. Okay, I think we have all our ingredients now except for the piece of ginger. I'm not going to use too much ginger. I have a tendency to use too much ginger. But this looks like enough. And I think I have all my ingredients together now. And I am going to start the ball here. Now it's going to make a little noise, but it's not too noisy. But we need to just do, okay. Right away you can see that nice, beautiful juice. Use this to just make sure it comes out. And there it goes. Now the next thing that we have to say, the apple. I was telling there, and the washing and chopping is just as important as doing the juicing. So so this calls for 4 apples. I'm gonna do 2, then let's see. I'm going to put the beets in there. Beets are really hard, and some people doesn't like all the beets. You know, these are small. I call them small medium beets, and they're very strong. So sometimes I'll start with one and see how it works out. If it's powerful, I don't do the other one. And when you're working with beets, you better off get an apron or so, because those little red juice can create havoc on you. So your fingers get red, you're losing everything you see. All right, I'm going to put the hard beet in there. That really is going to move the orange and the apple along. Thank you. Because I have 2 beets to do, so every now and then I want to put a nice hard beet in there. Now I can do my celery. The celery, although it's crunchy, but it can get stuck in there sometimes. And I'll do the orange and that orange. I'll go back to the my apples and then do the beet and the ginger. After time, you know how your juicer will react to certain things. So if you're working with a new juicer, you should, you're not quite accustomed to it. So do something easy at first. Do something very easy so you'll be able to kind of learn what the juicer, how the juicer behaves. We know this juicer very well. I don't like to put too much. And your aim is to get about 32 ounces. I don't know if you'll get 32 ounces this evening, but 32 ounces is what we aim for. I think you should make just even enough juice in all of your time, because people, of course, people don't mind drinking the juice. That's why some people go and order the juice, but you don't know what you're getting sometimes, when you order it. It's always good for you to do your own juice, because you know that you're using organic fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. You know you're not putting any sweetener in there. So I would highly recommend that you spend some time just doing your juice. Now I'm going to do the other beets, because we still have some nice soft fruits in there, and you want to dislodge that. So I use some of the hard beets and the ginger to get rid of all of that built up. All right, we're gonna put some of the beet tops in there. is a ginger, and this is our last ingredient at the end. With everything already, let's give it a beat. And we need a big spoon so I can take off some of that froth. Okay, from the look of things, I don't know if we have a you let it go for a little bit to get every drip out of your and I always try to see if you notice here it's very dry. If you can see how dry this is. So you know you got all the juice that you have in there. Very, very, even the oranges are quite dry. So now I'm going to slip this out and slip that under there so we don't get the counter all messed up. I am going to, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Stirring this here. Just mixing it up because it settles a little bit. And I'm going to take off some of this froth up there. Where's my strainer? Okay. I'm going to get some of this froth off of here. Because somehow the froth doesn't taste good. I'm going to put the froth in my peel here. Okay. Quiet again. And the reason why I'm straining it, a lot of people ask me why you need to strain it. Yeah, yes, the pulps in there is not something I like to drink. And when you strain it, you get rid of the excess pulp, and you really want to. Okay, I'm gonna try do this. It's just that maybe I don't have to do that. If you give me that, this is wider. So I'm using my 32-ounce jar. I'm putting this here just for inch. All right, we're gonna get some of these things out of the way so you can see. So. All right, I'm sure you will appreciate seeing what's going on. All right, so we're going to pour this in here. Oops. All right, get some of that. So all of that punch you'll be drinking, and some people don't like to do that. It's fixed. Okay, let's. As I said, I wasn't sure if we're going to get 32 ounces out of it. But it's important that we get the jar filled up. So if you notice that it's still not filled up, you probably have to use another apple or something like that. And that will do the trick. Oops. So maybe another apple would do the trick, Because if you want to store it, you want it filled up to the top. And see, we're here. We want it right up to the top. So when you close it, there's not any air space, because the air space is what caused the oxidation. Okay. So I'm going to close this, and I'm really going to do another apple. So we will probably, so we can store this successfully. When you, so put back it back in here. Yeah, and I know juicing is not the nicest, cleanest stuff you can do. Try to get the biggest apple I can find. And hopefully this will do the trick. I might have to put an orange in there. And I'm sure it's going to be nice, you know, because the apples are sweet. So, and the beets are sweet, but this is just an alkaline. It's helped to work with your whole body system and get everything aligned. People want to know why juicing. Juicing is something that can rest your whole body, because you're not eating a lot of foods and stuff like that. Body's taking a rest. So I'm going to use another orange maybe, so we can make sure that I have it filled up. So I need to get that right off. All right, so let's see if this will do the trick. All right. And by the way, you can use these. You can use the things like the beets. Put it in yours if you're making soup and stuff like that. I put them in the freezer and just take out a little to put in my soup also. Because they're nice fresh vegetables and they're good. You can even look up recipes. They use them to make crackers and stuff like that. So you don't have to waste your you don't have to waste. Let's do the trick. Yeah. Of course, the apple has a lot of points in it. Okay. I have to look because maybe we just have enough for a little bit more. Zachary, if you get me some wet paper towels, I could wipe off this before it's oops, see, look at thing. I don't need to waste any bit of it. And the easier thing for you to do is use a big wide mouth container to put the juice in, so you don't create mess like what I'm doing here. Thank you. So I try to wipe it up before it leaves a mark on the coat. And I'm going to just pour this in there, just so it's right at the top. If you could just show them how close it is. Right at the tip. So I'm going to close it, and there's hardly any air space in there. Right at the tip. So, and it's important to have a cutting board, I'm telling you, when you're doing juicing, because it's not a clean sport. It's kind of messy. So there's our first juice, and this is an alkaline juice, and it is, you might say, how I know how it tastes. I'm sure it tastes good because we have all this orange and apples, little celery. Celery has a salty taste, so I'm sure, and the ginger. Oh, I'm sure we have a nice, pleasant tasting juice. And this can last up to 4 days in the refrigerator. I put it in on the top shelf in the back, so it get all the cool, nice. All right, so that's our first juice. Let's see what other recipe. I'll leave my other recipe. So let's see what we're gonna do next. Okay, we're using, instead of beets, we're going to do one, instead of beets, we're doing it with the carrots. And that's another sweet vegetable, so you don't have to worry. So we're going to have 2 oranges, 4 apples, 2 carrots, some turmeric, and some ginger. And you know the turmeric is and ginger is to get rid of all the inflammation. So I'm putting all my stuff in here, so we get. So we have 2, 4 apples. All right. And the good thing, you don't have to peel these apples. What you have to do is just make sure. And when you're juicing, you don't really have to keep washing you don't have to wash the juicer. You just continue juicing. When you're finished, you should wash your juicer right away. Shouldn't let anything dry up in your juicer. Then it's, you're not doing yourself any service when you leave your juicer sitting in the sink for a whole day. After you finish juicing, you need to wash it immediately and put it to dry. Some people they put it in the dishwasher, but only if you're really doing dishes right away. But instead, it's not such a hard job to clean up your juicer. So caring for your juicer is important. And if you're planning on doing juicing on a regular basis, try to get some mason jar, 32 ounces. That's what you need to drink each time. If because other than that, somebody told me they drink a 16 ounces. That's not enough for you. You really need to drink 32 ounces of juice. And if you say, oh, I can't drink so much juice, yeah, keep trying. You should be able to do that. And remember what I told you before, always do your juice on an empty stomach. That's when it has more benefits for you. Juice on an empty stomach. So we're doing 4 apples this time again, and we're doing 2 oranges, and we're doing ginger and turmeric this time. You know the goodness of turmeric and ginger. So good. As I said, try to get find a replacement for the oranges. You know, some of the things that you don't waste your time to juice is like mangoes, blueberries, strawberries. You don't get enough juice out of it to waste your time. So don't waste your time juicing things like that. And when you're juicing watermelon, you can juice it with the skin. You don't need to really take it out. You don't need to peel it or do anything like that. So we're almost there. So with all this work, you know, that's why you need to do your juice one evening and just spend the time juicing. So we're going to use a little piece of ginger. And you know, ginger is really potent, so you try not to use too much ginger, or you probably won't be able to drink it. It will be spicy. So I'm going to use just a small piece of, you know, turmeric is so expensive. You just need a tiny piece of it. Plus it's not like ginger, it's not that spicy. Sure, yellow. All right, let me see what else I need. Get everything together, and when we start juicing, we don't have to do. So we just need the carrots now. And these are organic carrots. So what I do, I just, you know, I don't really peel them. I scrub them with a brush and take off some of the heavy skin off of there, because the nourishment for this carrot is right under the skin. So if you spend time peeling it, you might just peel out the nourishment that goes in your compost. So you just want to take off some of the rough skin, because I scrub it with a brush and I'm sure it's pretty clean now. Okay, another paper towel. So I have all my ingredients here, and I'm just going to start juicing again. You really don't need to worry about the color right here. The color will be fine if you're worrying about the color. I'm just going to put all my apple here, so when we start juicing, we just go straight through. And the carrots are really hard, so you can do the carrots near to the end to get rid of all that soft orange and apple. So you notice now we need a good juicer. We need some beautiful jars. You need a strainer and you need a lot of bowls. So you want to put that in the refrigerator for me. Okay, so here's our last, probably the last juice for the evening. This is labor intensive. Now that's some of those soft things. So I'm going to put some of the get those carrots in there soon to clean up some of these soft, mushy kind of vegetable fruits. Most of these juices, like when you cut up your fruits and your vegetables. So now that took away all that soft fruit. So I can do some more of the apples and keep the carrots to clean it up. Maybe I should put extra apple. And we don't know if we're gonna get 32 ounces again. So the 2 apples, then I'll clean that out with a although I have it long, it's very slim, so it's not creating any problems. Okay, I'm going to get some more apples in there and finish off my apple. And if you try to just juice apples, you might have a problem with your juicer because that is a very soft fruit. Although they're nice and crunchy, they're still soft for the juicer. So you should really not just use a soft fruit by itself. You should really try to do a hard and a soft. So you can alternate it. Okay, then I have one apple left. Sure, it has music to your ear. The ginger is quite hard, so it will take along any residue there. I think we're doing better with our juice. I think we're gonna have to do it with the mess of the last time. Okay, this is the last thing we have to do. Oh, you have a ginger. I think that's what we got. Can pour it in there. It will pour better. Okay, this is beautiful carrot. Still sweet. And we have some recipes that we use the carrot to make. A little ginger in here, that's just great. Notice that all the vegetable and all the stuff we use, it stains, because fruits are like that. And certain vegetables. Beautiful. Color is nice. That's what we just mix it up because it's, it's been sitting, so you want to make sure you get all the thing there. And of course, we're gonna get some of this frothy stuff off of there. Can you imagine if we're going to do a juice fast, or we call it a juice feast, we're going to drink 6 to 8 bottles of juice every day because you're not supposed to get hungry. So that's why you need to really spend the time, carve out part of your day and just do some preparing. Of course, you have to go to the groceries to get all the fruits and vegetables that you need. And then you wash, clean, and chop. Have ready and have ready when you start juicing. You shouldn't have to stop and to say, oh, I ran out of this, or I don't have so and so. So it's important for you to have all the ingredients together before you start juicing. But this might be make it a little cleaner. But keep it on the cutting board, because the cutting board is going to, oh, that's much better. Not even looking out. Still gonna need some more to fill it up. So, you know, juicing is, you use the experience to know how much juice you really, how much fruits and vegetable you need to get that 32 ounces right up to the top. This probably would do another carrot. Doesn't hurt to do another carrot, so you can have it. You need a good sized carrot will do the trick. So this is the pulse that we got out of there. And somebody said, but we need the fiber. You really, when you take out the fiber, you digest it much quicker. So I am going to put another carrot in there. That's the biggest one. You talking to me? Oh. This is our last thing we're going to juice tonight. And if you're interested in doing our juice fast with us, you do have to email me and let me know so I can help you with your recipes and stuff like that. I'm not going to have it on YouTube, so it's important that you get in touch with me. Let me know. I have some people already sign up, and we're going to start on Monday. I like to start in the middle of the week so you don't feel you have a preparation day to do. Sunday is your preparation day where you have to go and get all your stuff together. So let's finish this so we can pull it up, and we'll call it a day. If you have any questions, make sure you give me a call or send me a text, or you have my email. It's petgrave.kitchen@gmail.com. Okay. This is beautiful. I like to save my carrots. You can do so many things with carrots. Okay, let's see if we did this right. This is as much as we're gonna get out of this. So now we have two juices that we start with. We can the colors are beautiful. So we have one beautiful color, and we have a nice, beautiful red juice. So this is These are, this is just one. You will have to drink this all at one sitting. The key is not to leave back some and drink it another hour. You have to, that's why you say you drink it on an empty stomach, because you want to consume all of that all at one time. And this is another meal. And when you're doing a juice fast, you're going to drink when you're hungry, so you don't get too hungry and your stomach is start growling on you and you get intimidated and you're gonna have to eat a sandwich or something. So you want to fill up your stomach, and you're never gonna get hungry if you drink this all at one time. So if you would like to join our group and you would like to get some more recipes, make sure that you get in touch with me and you is able to start on Monday coming. Okay? I trust you'll have a beautiful evening, and we will see you once more on next week. Goodbye, everyone.